Good afternoon, good morning, I don't know, good night maybe. You know what? Depends where you're at. Guess what? Today we've got a special day because what we're going to do is build a 2026 brand new Toyota Camry because as you've probably recognized, a lot of you have probably seen your favorite YouTube mechanic has purchased a brand new Camry. And I want to talk about that because what I am going to do is share a little bit of the fun and frivolity, shall we say? Here, why don't we just start this right from the top? Okay, so welcome back, everybody. And I thank you so much. Good afternoon. And oh, by the way, I love the way what you've done with your hair today. It's looking really spanky. Yes, that's right. Sometimes, you want to do the hair, you want to do it all frisky, but whatever. Hey, today we've got a new day, and today's a new live stream for Exotic Car Play Place. And again, as always, Mondays, we're going to try to do a feature, build your own car, and we're going to do a walk down to the car that your favorite YouTube mechanic has just recently purchased. Openly admitted that allegedly new cars are not worth buying in any way, shape, or form, but we've all heard the stories. You've probably seen them yourself. And, let's just be honest. I don't think it's a big shocker when most of you have probably already heard our friend Scotty has picked himself up a brand new 2026 Camry. Now, why don't we take this from the top and let's have a little fun with this, shall we? Why don't we look at what's available on the site and see what would be the best fitting car? I mean, we love our 2022 Toyota Camry. We have an SE all-wheel drive, and we love the car. It's got some weird seats. The interior is a little bit to be determined. Not the biggest fan of the stripes they have on the seats, but the rest of the car has been relatively sturdy. We enjoy it. It's been great for us. We've done some trips to the Sierra Nevadas. We've done dailies, winters, -40 to +40, and everything in between. It's been a great car, and we love it. And welcome back, everybody. What do we have here? Camry is the best. Yeah, you betcha. Outlast everything, 100%. I think the Camry is a great car. That's why we bought ours, a 22. And the question has to be asked, is one of these worth buying? Let's do a build your own and kind of price one out, shall we? And see what, entry-level trim versus a top trim looks like. Because yes, in fact, I agree. The Camry is probably the best bang for buck. Buy a Camry and you'll never deal with mechanics again. Exactly. I think for the most part, they're pretty durable. That being said, there's been a bit of a little bit of a controversy over the 8-speed automatic that we own. I think it's around 2018, 2019, up to around 2000, actually almost current, I believe, where they're saying that there could be a problem with the 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, I hate to think about that because Toyotas have been generally pretty durable, and I'm going to talk about that in a video coming up probably later in the week, but we'll get to that. For now, let's do a build your own, okay? So let's take this from the top, and let's see what a 2026 Camry is going to get you and how much it's going to end up costing. Now, we look at the LE, and you know what? The LE is not my favorite cup of tea. If you look at the LE, look at this. I just want to zoom in here for you. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, you get the base wheels, which fine. Some people just don't care. But I've never loved the looks of the LE with those horizontal slats. I think the LE, even though the base, it's price point. If you just want to get cheap, it's a good way to go. But I just can't get past that. For me, the SE, that's why we bought ours in the SE. The SE format is more of the sport versus the luxury. And so this doesn't really look all that nice to me. The wheels are kind of cute, but look at this. I'm not a big fan. So why don't we just back out and take another look and see what other options. Now we have the SE. We have a nightshade, which, I love the nightshade. Anybody here like the nightshade? You know what the nightshade is? Anybody? Any thoughts? We also have the XLE and the XSE. So for me, I'm probably looking at SE or XSE. Best bang for buck. The XSE in the older generation gave you that V6, and everybody loves that V6. It's so reliable. It's the same engine. Basically, you're finding it's almost the same platform as the Lexus ES 350 when you're dealing with the XSE, the older generation. Things have changed a little bit. The drivetrains, they've pretty much gotten rid of the V6 that we all love. It's unfortunate, but hey, look at that. What's not to love, right? Why don't we go into the SE and take a closer look? Anybody have any questions or come tread live? Right on. Thanks for joining today. You betcha. Thanks for stopping in. Also, JC says XLE or XSE. Don't do it, Mark. No boring cars. Camry is the best transportation. So a lot of you probably already aware. I've got my fun car. So 100%, you've got to have something fun that you really enjoy. This here would be something that you would serve a basic need. You need to get from A to B to school to work. You plan to put on hundreds of thousands of miles, but you don't want any problems. Now, there are a lot of good cars out there that will probably meet that criteria, but this is a very much a bang for buck. It's definitely a lot of car for the money, or at least it feels that way. They're not perfect. They do have sort of a cheaper feel to them, but they are larger. I like the looks of them. They definitely feel more substantial than some of their competitors. But hey, the Camry's always been an easy one to love. Not all that exciting, but you know what makes the criteria? Boring, yes, but bulletproof. Everyone should have a Camry for when their unboring vehicle breaks down. Oh, yes, you betcha. And that's kind of the point. I think to have that everyday vehicle that is super easy to own, cheap and dirty is probably the best way to go. Like to have something like that just for the daily, but you've got to have that fun car. We talk about, pulling gears, sucking gas, anyway. What can I say? I'm so excited because the snow is melting outside. We finally got some warm weather, and I guess what? I get to take the yellow banana out tomorrow. I'm gonna pull it out of the garage, give it a look, and I'll probably share some pics here on some social media coming up. But I can't wait to get behind the wheel of that again. So it's super exciting. But get a good used Mazda 6 Grand Touring. That's a great choice. And we'll get to Mazdas. Again, we're doing this every single week there, Tread, and everybody else on board. We definitely want to touch on Mazdas because Mazda, I think, is one of the best, most reliable cars out there right now. And they're kind of fun. They're fun looking. They're fun to drive. So definitely, good choice. We also have, what's up, buddy? Hope day is going well. Hey, good. Hey, good to hear from you again there, Ian. Glad you stopped in to watch. Sorry, I know it's been a couple of weeks, but yeah, great to see you back. And we're just doing kind of our Monday stop-ins, and we're going to do a kind of a build your own. That's sort of the point of this. Every Monday now, I'm going to try to do a live stream with a build your own. Now, the headline of the video is your favorite mechanic, YouTube mechanic, of course, just bought one of these cars. And I want to touch on that because we all know that our friend Scotty has gone out there and purchased himself a brand new Toyota Camry SE that he, arguably said that he would never buy a new car, the new technology, and buying an older used cheap Toyotas were the best way to go. But, admittedly, happy wife, happy life. So I think that's kind of the premise there. What happened to the NX? Well, this is kind of what we're doing. Every Mondays, the NX, we kind of picked and choose. I love the NX, but what we're doing is every Monday, we're going to be doing a build your own. And so this is a continuation of the series. And so I want to continue down this path and start just shopping. And I think it's worth looking at these cars in their different options. And that's what I want to do. So that's kind of the point of these Monday live streams. We're going to be starting a series of these live streams. We're basically going shopping, right? So let's take this from the top. Now, what we have here is an SE. See, and I already showed you the LE. It had that gross front end, but look at the SE. It has nicer wheels on it. It's a sport version. You have this crosshatch front grille, which looks far better than the LE. So you get nicer wheels, you get the nicer grille, and that's why I believe stepping into the SE is the way to go. At least if you're looking price point, XSE is obviously the champ. But you know what? Not everybody wants to spend all the couillons. Not everybody has the money to blow. And honestly, why don't we do something? Look, we got options. we have some price options. Heavy metal over 475. Our good mechanic buddy there had ice cap. This is the color he went with. But you see, $0 option. So I know likes to go, with the cheap option. But let's just say you want to spice it up a little bit. Heavy metal for, 475. I've seen these and I love the looks of them. You get dark cosmos. That's a cool look. How about supersonic red? Is that worth 475? You know what? A lot of you are feeling the Camry's a little dull. Why not spice it up a little bit? I like spicing up my cars a little bit. Cosmos is blue, dark Cosmos. I don't know. I guess so. Hey, not sure. But let's take a look at that. Dark Cosmos. It looks like kind of a dark bluish, purpley kind of something or another. An ocean gem. Ocean gem's cute. Looks like it's a standard color. And midnight black. That's kind of the color we have on ours right now. But it doesn't show the lines all that well. It looks stealthy. But you know what? Why don't we go with this? It shows the lines. Let's stick it with the red. $475 upgrade. Now, what other options can we do? Oh, look, you can get a reservoir blue and an underground gray. Now, we'll get to the drivetrains in a minute, because have you heard about the transmission issues? Apparently, allegedly, there's issues with the 8-speed automatic that it can overheat and cook the transmission fluid. And there was a customer that bought one of these with a few miles. I think it was around 80,000 miles down in, I believe it was Nevada. There's a story that goes that he started having transmission problems with his 8-speed auto. And he was very disappointed. And anyway, long story short, I think it's making the radar. And it seems like more and more people are having problems with those 8-speed autos. So the question is, did Scotty's car come with the 8-speed auto that is full of these problems with these recalls? We'll get to that in a second, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, now what if we go interior? Look at that, eh? Okay, black Softex. And I think he went with the black interior. But what if we do something a little bit more spicy, a little gray? So you get the bolder Softex and fabric. I think gray would go well with red. What do you all think there? What do you all think? Everybody feeling the gray interior? Cosmos reminds me of my 94 Passat. Love that color. Yeah, I agree. It's cool color for sure. Scotty knows how to keep his wife happy, and it will be entertaining and educational to watch him deal with the new Camry in the coming years. Did you realize there's another recall related to the hybrid, because he bought the hybrid version? As you all know, they're all hybrids now. But there's a problem. There's actually a recall. And it's a significant recall, whatever. I'll share that on a video coming up. I'm not going to get into the detail. But he himself actually purchased a car that now has an outstanding recall because of the hybrid system. We'll get to that. That's on another video. But Scotty, okay. Well, Cosmos reminds me, yeah, Scotty. So clearly there's some fans of Scotty here. We're just going to let that go for now. I am sticking with my 94 Celica. Right? Sticking with it. I wonder what happened. Was it a trade-in maybe? Maybe did he trade that thing in? Did they trade it off? Did it finally crap the bed, and did the engine finally go on it? Burning too much oil? I don't know. But the 94 Celica, cute cars in the day. But I wonder what happened to it. I'd like to hear more on that kind of as the timeline goes on. Interior, it's a solid choice. Boring car, keep it boring color. Keep it cheap and don't try to spice it up. It'll show. You're probably right. Just for entertainment purposes, let's just kind of do something cute. But I don't disagree. If you're going to buy it for yourself, is it something you just keep it dulled and kind of trimmed right down, or do you kind of dull it up? Anyway, so we have the gray. Let's see what else we have in here. Swing it. Oops, what did I do there? I think I foobarred that. Let's go back in there, shall we? See, I made a mess of this. What happened there, everybody? I'm going to go back. We're going to go with the gray interior. And here, let's click there. There we are. Look at the gray seats. It looks cute. You get sort of a two-tone, or I don't know if that's just shade on the video. Look at this. Cute. Plastic. Oh, yeah. I think it's kind of like a rubbery, that Softex. It's kind of a rubbery feel. I like these racing stripes, kind of like the Lexus. We saw that in the NX, had these racing stripes. If you had an oops, you didn't make it to the can on time, probably cleans up easily. It's probably made of a textured material that wipes down real nicely. But look at this. They got these nice stripes. And this is a lot like ours. We had the center screen. Oh, did you know that our Camry, within first 1,000 or 2,000 kilometers, it shit the bed? We had a problem with the screen. It kind of died. And then the audio disappeared on it. And we had to kind of bring it back to life. We had to go down to the dealer. I think all they did was I disconnected the battery, connected it. It's been fine ever since, but it was a glitch. So anyway, let's go down. Powertrain, engine, 2.5 liter four banger gas electric hybrid. See, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the base engine. If you go with this, with the SE, you get the 2.5, which we have in ours. It has the same 2.5, which has like 204 horsepower. But this hybrid now gives you also a little extra oomph because it gives you the hybrid drive. You can upgrade to the all-wheel drive, which I strongly recommend if you're living in the snowy cities. $1,500 upgrade, 15's 25. What is that? I don't know. All-wheel drive. Anyhow, electronically controlled, continuously variable transmission, ECVT. See, that's the thing. If you go with the hybrid, which most of these are now, then you get the ECVT. That's Toyota's ECVT, made it up with their engine, their transmission is sandwiched with that ECVT, which we know has been one of those reliable pieces. They're a little boring. I saw a video with Doug, your other favorite YouTuber that, talks about car reviews. And he seemed to really tout CVTs, but I'm sorry, I'm not getting behind CVTs. CVTs are boring AF. And maybe some of you like CVTs, but they're howly, they're noisy, they're boring, and they're uninspiring. So the four bangers are reliable AF. Kind of weak, though. Yeah, and it was funny watching Scotty review his car. He's getting on it and getting all excited about the extra oomph. But I think the electric part gives you an extra, 20 horse or something like that. The 26 XSE all-wheel drive and a 19 Accord. The Camry is a smaller inside. I have to admit, kids sit in the back. I love the red XSE Moulin Rouge optional interior. Hey, I like that. Why don't we change that up? Packages. So we got the CVT convenience package. We can kind of spec that up. Cold weather package. Hey, we live in Canada and we need that. Like no tomorrow. Sliding moonroof. Absolutely. Let's do that. And how about the multimedia upgrade package? Gives you better stereo stuff, some fancy dancy speakers and some other noisy bits. Popular accessories. I don't know. I'm not much for throwing all this extra shit on here. I mean, if you're going to put better wheels, go aftermarket. Although you can do that. You can put, looks like 19-inch gloss wheels. Actually, these look pretty cute. How much? $1,500. Why don't we do that? Finish and build. So if you're going to go this route, you go with an SE, all-wheel drive, the hybrid, you put in the upgraded wheels, you sunroof, and some of the other odds and sods, you're looking at $39,000. That's pretty good value when you say the average new car purchase price now is at almost $50,000. This falls way short of that. And for 40 grand, it's a lot of car for your money. Definitely a nice car. But why don't we take a step back? Why don't we take a look and do another rebuild on this? Why don't we kind of go back, start a new build, shall we? It was shopping for 26 in your area. It would be a basic model with all-wheel drive. Okay, why don't we do something a little quirkier, shall we? Why don't we go top trim line XSE? Because I like the XSE. I like the dark roof. I did a review on 6-speed reviews of a brand new Nissan Sentra, and it was like the sport version. It had the white just like this with the black roof, and I loved it. It's such a cute look. But anyhow, let's move on with that. Let's see what the XSE is going to give us. Oh, look, they give us the full painted front. I'm not sure I'm loving the looks of this. I do like the dark roof matched up with the white body. I'm just not sure I love the painted. I'd like to see contrast in here. I don't know what you all think there. I think this looks a little funky bananas here to me. Um, what about what other kind of colors do we have? Ooh, ooh. Why don't we do something like this? No, what's this? Windshield pearl with midnight black roof. See, we got to go with the black roof. What about this? Oh, that's bright. I saw a previous generation TRD that looked like this. He had the black roof and the red, had a little wing on it. It was very nice. The TRD was a sweet looking ride. Okay, so what are you all happy with that? Or maybe we should change it up. Why don't we do a different color? Yeah, why don't we do something like heavy metal? There, heavy metal with the black roof. Are we all on the same page there? Everybody feeling that one? XSE red interior with pearl and black roof. Wow, that sounds delish. Ugh, the front of the Toyota and Lexus look effed, and because they're such great. I agree. The Lexus I think looks a little better, but man, wow, is this ugly AF? Like that front grille, anyhow. I like the previous generation better. I think they kind of foobarred that. I like the headlights of this. Like, I think the headlights look pretty cool on this new generation, but I'm not loving this. I think they should have went with a black and sort of like created some little extra accent in there. But hey, who am I? I'm not the chief design engineer there. Now, what's the powertrain on this one? Oh, it's the same BS. Look, 2.5 with the hybrid. We can still go with the all-wheel drive. Transmission, ECVT. So it doesn't matter if you step into the bottom, the SE to the XSE. Looks like you're getting the ECVT. Premium package. I don't know. What does that give you? Premium package gives you a bunch of nonsense here. Panoramic glass, 9-speaker JBL, ventilated front seats, 10-inch display, heads-up display, digital key, rear sensing wipers, and driver's seat with funky mirrors and business like that shit. Okay, what else do we got here? Premium plus package. Premium plus package. What does that get us? Oh, it's kind of one or the other. Looks like you got to take premium plus. Which one is okay? Let's do that, and then update. All right, there we are. Premium plus. What does that give you? Oh, gives you a few more goodies. DigiKey. You get traffic jam assist, front cross traffic alert, lane control assist, change assist, panoramic glass, or panoramic. Sorry, not glass. I stand corrected. View monitor, front and rear parking assist, rear cross traffic, and drive monitor camera. So you get a lot of more of those safety features and nannies on this car, and washes out the contrast roof. Yee, good call on that. Yeah, and I like that contrast roof, so that would almost be a deal breaker for me. Good call on that. I'd have to look at it. I got to see that in the showroom. Let's stick with that for now. Then you have a panoramic glass. Oh, okay, let's do that. Oh, see, then we got to delete it. Yeah, see? Why don't we? Yeah, let's update that. Let's put the glass on there. All right, let's do that. Popular accessories. Gloss black wheels. All-weather floor liner. Multimedia screen protector. Wheels. Okay. Actually, yeah. Why does it give me both options? It says 2 wheel packages. This is kind of bizarre to me here. I'm not sure I'm feeling this. Accessory packages. Okay, I already chose that. Let's go to storage. What else we got? Oh, cargo. Oh, I think I saw him with something. No, he bought some, like, he had bought a little tote or something. Maybe, I don't want to say maybe on Amazon or something. I don't know. Sure, let's grab the tote. And then what else do we have? Technology. Integrated dash cam. Hey, let's do that. Let's do that. And what else do we have? Camping. Hey, you got a Camry, you can go miles. Let's go camping. Let's get a how much? $100 for a chair. Shit, you can get these things down at Costco for 19.99 or 97. Is that the Costco number? 97 or Walmart? I don't know. But let's grab it. Why not? Let's do this camping table. And let's skip that. And pet products. Hey, we've got a couple of dogs. Hey, a lot of you probably know we have a couple of Frenchies, but doggy first aid kit, water bottle. Hey, what about booster seat? Hey, let's go with that. Okay, let's finish the build. How much is a fully loaded XSE going to cost me? $43,000. Wow. That's actually getting up there. But when you think about it's only like $3,000 more from the SE, and it have a lot nicer features. You have better wheels, the panoramic glass. You have more of that lane departure nonsense, all that safety features. So it's a cool option. A lot of accessories are cheaper in the parts department. Yeah. And probably Amazon, if we're being honest. Not bad pricing. I think it's yeah, it's not bad. It's solid. Like you say, it's solid. Would you guys buy this car? I don't know. We've got our Camry. We love our 22. It's amazing. It's been great. Drive you crazy. The used cars below that. Yeah, I think so. Let me just see here. Why don't we back out of this nonsense? And I think that's the most expensive Camry you can buy. XSE. Maybe the Nightshade. How much is 32,000? No, the XSE is 35,500. So that is the most expensive Camry money can buy. Money can buy the most expensive. What about the LE? Starts at $29,000. Okay, that's not bad. 30 grand for a brand new Camry. I mean, you have to put up with that kind of ugly grill. But what about the Nightshade? I love the Nightshade. Let's take a quick look at this, shall we? Ooh, yeah, baby. I love the Nightshade. Let's go with that. Interior. Oh, it only gives you the one option. The black Softex and fabric. Same engine hybrid combo. Like, where's the engine combos? ECVTs. Hello. Yeah, it looks like you can't get the 8-speed auto anymore in the brand new ones because they've pretty much gone all the 2.5 with the hybrid. And in between, sandwiched between that, you give the ECVT, which is the most legendarily reliable hybrid system on the market, both shared by Lexus and Toyota. Can't go wrong there. But looks like Scotty played his cards right. He went with the SE. Hey, I'll give a nod to him. He probably doesn't care. He probably doesn't watch. He probably never sees these videos anyhow. But I will say, nod to the idea of that's what we did, was we went with the SE because it gives you that nicer front grille. Otherwise, you get that hideous front grille, in my opinion. What do you guys think about the LE or SE? I thought the XLE was high trim. It is the XLE. No, XSE I think is the more expensive. LE has better ride and mile per gallon, and the crappier wheels too. It looks like on the front grille. Yeah, the luxury trim I think is cheaper. Let's take a look at that base. It's the LE and see right here. We have the XLE. The XLE gives you, it's 34,300, and the XSE is 35,500. So you're actually $1,000, $1,100, $1,200 more to get into the XSE over the XLE. What about the base trims? What about LE versus SE? Well, you're actually a couple grand there too. $2,500, if my math is right here. $2,500 more to go with the SE over the LE. And look at, you got nicer wheels. See, good on Scotty, whatever. He's not watching, probably doesn't give a crap about this video, but that's cool because the SE is a nice upgrade, I think, for the $2,000. And that's what we did. We saw the SE being a better looking car, had some nicer touches. We also went with the SE upgrade. So we had the push button start, and we had some nice features in there. And the SE all-wheel drive with the upgrade was a really nice package, and we thought was the sweet spot in the lineup. Now, that being said, we probably should have gone with the V6 in retrospect, but you snooze, you lose. But look at the LE with the smaller wheels, the funky front grille versus the SE with the nicer grille, nicer wheels, taller wheels, and just a better overall look for a couple grand. I think mostly cosmetic. But yeah, good choice. The SE is the way to go. And yeah, I don't know what you're all thinking, but you know what? The lame wheels are good though, because tire replacement will be cheap. Good call. Smaller wheels, shittier, cheaper rims. Even if you curb them, they're going to be cheaper to replace. Tires are going to be cheaper. Um, I don't know what the rolling resistance, if that matters at all. Camry in Quebec, Canada, are more expensive than your place. Probably, yeah. It seems like provinces too in Canada, the taxes are different, and I don't know if the base price is different or not. Live and learn. Yeah, I agree. But you know what? Hey, thanks so much, everybody. Don't forget to, hey, if you want to be a member of part of the program here, be a membership for Exotic Car Play Place. Hey, if you want to support the channel, hey, maybe even to help me buy a haircut. I can't even afford a haircut right now. If you want to help be part of a membership, maybe support the channel any way, maybe even helps me, buy a new haircut. But as well, if you're a member, guess what? Perks, you have icons, first dibs on some of the early releases, as well as you may have the ability, I'm going to answer your questions as much as I physically can. Great show. I love yeah, absolutely. He's fun to watch. I'm never a critique, or I try not to be a critic of other YouTubers. Everybody's trying to earn their keep. Everybody's trying to share their perspective. Everybody's got a point of view, and they're all great. So that's awesome. Great show. I love, yeah, 100%. Thanks, everybody. And I hope you all have absolute marvelous day. Help me get my haircut if you don't mind. Hey, if you want to help the channel out, join a membership program down below. I think it's over here, right down next to the, yeah, you just join. Boof. It's pretty easy. Anyhow, thanks so much, everybody. And we'll talk to you all real soon. Thanks. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.